You know, I made a video a couple years ago, and I was saying that IR contracts are breaking away. And now I say to you, diagnostic contracts are breaking away. Diagnostic contracts are breaking away. On-site radiology is breaking away. And I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to call it the death of on-site radiology. Because I cannot understand in 2022, and definitely in upcoming 2023, I cannot understand how anybody is going on-site to practice diagnostic radiology. There is simply no reason to do so. Teleradiology has blown up, for lack of better terms. It has expanded like crazy. It used to be that teleradiology rates were bad. That was probably the main reason people didn't engage teleradiology, because you just assumed or you just figured that the rates must be worse. But given the shortage, given what's going on, given the supply-demand mismatch, there's a supply of imaging which is astounding, and there's a demand for imaging that's high, and there's a short supply of radiologists, and we're caught in the middle of that, and that means that rates have to increase so that supply meets demand. You can sit at home and make the same money that you're doing going to the hospital. Makes you wonder, why the heck are you still doing it? And I had to come to that conclusion myself as I sat there in the hospital, driving 1 hour through traffic to the hospital, sitting there doing radiology, also doing fluoro and other things that, some people consider undesirable. I sat there doing it day after day, sitting in that traffic day after day, and I figured, you know what? I'm not sure why I'm doing this. And I have to ask anybody that's going on site in 2022, especially if they're thinking about it in 2023, why are you going on site to practice diagnostic radiology? You have to explain this one to me. You really do. We could do the math, because that's what I wouldn't say I'm good at it. I mean, I'm talking addition, subtraction, multiplication, division here. I mean, it's not fancy math, but I like the math. And let's just get down to it. A radiologist is worth a certain amount per hour. I want to say that number is something like $250 an hour. It could actually be a lot more than that. I see a guy online that's posting jobs for $400 an hour starting. But anyways, let's just say it's $250 an hour, right? You're in LA, you're driving through LA, you're driving through traffic. We're talking $250 an hour. That's 1 hour to get there to the hospital and 1 hour to get back home. Could be longer than that. Sometimes that 1 hour turns into an hour and a half. But let's just keep it at 1 hour, right? That's $250 times 2 hours. That's you're sitting in traffic, not making any money. That's $500 a day. If you're working 200 days a year, which means like 12 or 14 weeks of vacation, if you're working that many days a year, 200 days, you multiply it by your 500, you got 100,000 that basically being taken out of your wallet. After the taxes, we're still talking 60 grand. That's still a Tesla. It's like a Model 3 or maybe a Model Y that you're throwing away every year that you drive to the hospital to read cases. Now again, the math could be different if you're driving, say, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever the case may be. But if you're living on a coast, if you're living here, we're talking minimum 1 hour. Bottom line, I'm calling it the death of on-site diagnostic radiology. I don't think we're going to see that. I think that's going to be a rare breed in 2023. And if you're still going to the hospital, please sit down and find some time to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this when I can work from home and get the same or better rate than I'm currently doing? Struggle on B.